Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So today is May 25th. It is a Monday. It also happens to be Memorial Day. So it is a day off for majority of the people engaged in the friction economy. For me, it is another Monday, and I am here on my afternoon walk by the banks of Charles River. May not necessarily write a newsletter today and might defer it to tomorrow, given that it is a day off for my wife, and we will make the most of it, most of the rest of the afternoon. Uh, However, let's see how it unfolds. I'll go with the flow. Now, let's go ahead, get started for today. Today's dose of Rashmi is intellect is a tool for using your judgment to make the right decisions. Integrated intelligence, on the other hand, is the mirror that will allow you to be profoundly involved with whatever you deeply care for without any judgment. So, as most of you are aware, the mirror launched on Friday, May 22nd, and we have been getting some early feedback from the users. This morning, I woke up to a really heartwarming testimonial from Rajesh Sethi, who I deeply admire and who is a very inspiring entrepreneur based in the Bay Area, who I had the opportunity to meet about 2 weeks back. He's somebody who's deeply self reflective and self aware, and coming from somebody like him, the mirror could even help him tap into some parts of his conscious awareness, as he said in his testimonial. It meant a lot. I've shared that on LinkedIn, so do check that out. Now let's go ahead get dive into today's dose of Rashmi. So the mirror on its first screen says that it's a tool that gives you insights for real decisions. So coming back to today's dose of Rashmi that I shared, and this, as usual, is based on Sadhguru's quote this morning. The quote was something about there are no right decisions. Whatever you decide, if you are profoundly engaged and involved with that, life unfolds beautifully. So it is a bit ironic that the mirror that is labeled as tool for insights for real decisions, and here I am telling you that there are really no right decisions. So let's dig into that. So this is kind of consistent with the causality inversion that I keep returning to in this thread. Most of us think that we use our judgment, we make decisions, and based on that, we control the world. And however, if you really think about it, most of us really do not have much control over the external world. And that is true for you and me, as well as the most powerful person on this planet. The universe goes along its merry way. We, as an entire species, are overall insignificant in the grand scheme of things in the universe. So, us using our judgment to make decisions to control the external world is overall a kind of a futile effort. And I have had lived experiences through my journey about that. So, does that really mean that we are helpless? And that is precisely what the causality inversion reveals, that while our decisions may not really control much of the external world, how we choose to experience what's going on in terms of the external world, that choice is completely 100% ours. And those are the choices and intentions that each one of us can set in the now in terms of how we experience life. And that is the real decision that we have to make. That is why the mirror is insights for real decisions. There are no right or wrong decisions. However, what we decide is how do we choose to engage with life and how do we choose to experience life given everything. And paradoxically, once you drop the judgments and you focus on experiencing the now and the moment by being fully, profoundly engaged with it and involved with it, life starts unfolding exactly how you would have decided for it to unfold, and even better. That is where, when you drop the attachment to the outcomes take care of themselves. And usually, what comes out is far greater than any outcome that you could have imagined. And that is the insight for real decisions that we wish more of the humans have access to. And that clarity is what the mirror is designed to help others have. So do try it out. It is available. The door is open. Thank you.